California dreaming about you.
Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Bomber1218 here to show you guys my updated 1.5 Alpha Bridge build. Let's get started. Now, if we kind of recap back on my first build that I showcased, I was rocking 4 Alpha Bridge pieces with a Buried Chest piece and Savage Gloves. Now, the reason I'm not running that no more is because not only does my Buried Chest piece not have the best rolls on it, but after doing some testing on it, I realized that the skill cooldown bonuses are not always active. They're not always working. Sometimes they're glitched out. There's moments where my toughness will increase, but my armor mitigation does not increase, and vice versa. So what I did instead is I just went ahead and took that off, and I am running instead Alpha Bridge Chest piece, running this combination with the Specialized Backpack and Savage Gloves. Let's get into the breakdown now. On my chest piece, I got base armor of 3184. Major attributes, I got armor, health, and ammo capacity. Moving on to my mask, 975 armor, 1249 firearms. I got crit chance as a major attribute and enemy armor damage as a minor attribute. My knee pads, 2915 armor. Major attribute is armor, and I also got enemy armor damage. Now keep in mind, with minor attributes, enemy armor damage you can only have on the mask and the knee pads. So you really want to make sure you guys have that for both of these pieces here. Specialized backpack, I have 2233 armor. The talent is adds 200% of firearms and stamina to your skill power, which is the reason why I have 108k skill power. Major attribute is armor, and my minor attribute is burn resistance. Moving on to my gloves, guys, I really cannot stop bragging about these gloves. These have to be the absolute best Savage Gloves I've ever came across for me. Now these are the ones I was running in my previous build, but as you can see, armor, stat wise, and everything, these gloves are so much better. 995 armor, which the cap for gloves I believe is 1001, but I got 995 armor, 1271 out of 1272 firearms roll, and the assault rifle damage I got is 1329. The max for that is 1334. 17 crit damage and 6% crit chance. These are some amazing gloves, guys. I can't stop bragging about these. My holster, 1656 armor, 1255 firearms, 1216 stamina, and 1237 electronics. And major attribute is armor. Now I still have the same weapon talent, same weapon mods as my previous build, but I'm going to go ahead and just go over them real quick. Lightweight M4 is my primary with a 19.0 base damage. And I'm running Deadly, Vicious, Destructive, Responsive, Unforgiving, and Uncomplicated. Now once again, like I mentioned before, if you're running Uncomplicated, guys, you really want to avoid any accuracy and stability mods. That way you can get the full 15% weapon damage. Now I'm running mag, crit chance, rate of fire for my mag, my optics, crit damage, headshot, crit chance, muzzle, crit damage, crit chance, headshot damage, and my grip, crit damage, reload speed, and optimal range. Now you guys may ask or wonder, why am I only running 4925 firearms? In my previous build I had about 5400. Well guys, you really don't need high firearms when it comes to Alpha Bridge build. Reason being is you have 6 talents that are allowing you to do so much damage. So putting extra firearms, I mean, yeah, you're gonna hit harder obviously, but it's only gonna decrease your toughness. To me, it's not really worth it, guys. So I would not go about it that way. But that is just my own personal preference. Now everybody also knows about the sawed-off glitch and the pistol. Now what I mean by that is, if you're running adept and competent, which I am, If you have this pulled out and you pop a heal or a pulse, these two talents are gonna proc. They're gonna be enabled, and if you switch to your primary, you basically have adept and competent working for your primary or your secondary weapon. I'm sure everybody knows about this, and if you don't, you should probably try and get this. You gotta have a score 182, since the firearms and electronics and the requirements are so low, so you'll be able to have it unlocked. Now I know this may be considered cheating, but you know what, guys, I'm sure they're gonna fix it in 1.6, which is just around the corner. Everybody's using this right now with Alpha Bridge, so why let everybody else have that slight edge, right? You might as well stay up to speed and do the same thing. So this is what I'm running. So I'm basically running, when I proc my skills and I switch weapons, I'm basically running Deadly, Vicious, Destructive, Responsive, Unforgiving, Uncomplicated, Adept, Incompetent. That's pretty ridiculous. That is a lot of damage. That's another reason why you don't need 5,000 plus firearms. As long as you have enough to unlock your talents, then you're golden. That's really all you need. I didn't go across my stamina mods, but every single slot I have is stamina mod. The ones I have is 261 stamina and 271 armor. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in these slots. In my performance mods, I have 4 of the same ones, which is basically 6% first aid self-heal. That's what I run. 4925 firearms, 362k DPS, 503k toughness, 108k skill power. My crit chance is 35.5 if you add the 7% of Savage. Crit damage is at 113, headshots at 87. Enemy armor damage is at 55%. Mitigation is 55.69%. Now to show you something really cool, guys, about my build. You guys remember these old Savage gloves? Check this out. If I put these gloves on, my toughness goes from 503k up to 571k toughness. Now you may say, well, is it really worth it? I mean, your firearms go from 4925 down to 3859 and one of your talents is locked. Well, that is correct, but if I put this FAMAS on, now look. So now I'm running Deadly, Vicious, Destructive, Swift, Unforgiving, Uncomplicated, and then if you add the other two talents from the slot off, Adept and Competent. Now I am giving up Responsive for Swift. In certain situations, I put this on and I run a little bit more tankier Alpha Bridge. In certain situations, not all the time. But to be honest, guys, in my opinion, it is worth sometimes giving up Responsive to have this setup that I have here, because I'm basically giving up 10% weapon damage for faster reload speed, right? Which means I can basically put out more bullets faster. And my toughness goes from 503k to 571k toughness. So I'm basically gaining faster reload speed and 60 plus k toughness. In my opinion, in certain situations, it is worth it. It's worth the trade-off for the 10% weapon damage. But normally, this is the build I run right here, guys. This is my to-go DPS build right here. So that's really it, guys. If you guys got any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Please don't forget to hit that like and that sub button, please, guys. I really appreciate it. Have a good day.